Mic check 1 2 3 4 5. Mic check 1 2 3 4
Thanks
5.
for watching Channel 2 News. This is Channel 2 News, coverage you can count on.
It's great for Virginia City, but it's great for Northern Nevada. It's a national brand.
This weekend was the kickoff of a day out with Thomas at the Virginia and Truckee Railroad. We tell you what kind of impact the famous train is having on their local economy. That story tops Channel 2 News at 6:30. Good evening, I'm Jennifer Burton. Thanks for joining us. Thomas the Tank Engine has officially made his celebrated stop in Virginia City, and it's been all aboard for the thousands who've come to see him. Ryan Candidate joins us now live in the newsroom. And Ryan, what are folks in Virginia City saying about Thomas?
Well, first off, Jen, everybody loves him. You've got the kids, parents, and grandparents who are all traveling from out of town, and they say they're nothing but smiles when they see the little blue train. And then you've got the folks in Virginia City who say they'd hold this event more often if they could.
Hello, I'm Thomas, and I'm so excited to visit your town.
Thomas wasn't the only one excited to be in Virginia City. Locals welcomed him like the light at the end of a tunnel.
This kind of an event coming to Virginia City is huge.
Sutton says Thomas's popularity has even drawn the attention of many folks from out of state.
They're spending the night, they're eating in the restaurants. I mean, if you add up what a visitor spends in one day, it's incredible.
And she says the event helps to create an even better image for one of Nevada's oldest towns.
This is a revitalization of the Virginia City brand with another wonderful component to it.
To put into perspective the amount of visitors so far, organizers say Thomas is coupled by 3 72-seater cars. And all 216 seats were filled during the 10 rides this weekend.
You know, it's been a great experience. It's really low-key, and it's just fun. The kids loved it. We rode with Thomas.
It was a lot of fun. He really enjoyed the tunnel, and he loved riding on Thomas.
And while Thomas may be a favorite to the kids, organizers say the event is great for the entire community.
I thought that the Thomas was just going to be for little children, but I see a lot of grandparents just delighted. So it truly is a family fun event for everyone.
And organizers say if you or your kids still want to visit Thomas the Tank Engine, you need to act quickly because there are less than 300 tickets left for next weekend's rides. Covering the big story live in the newsroom, Ryan Cannaday, Channel 2 News.
Now, here's meteorologist Angela Shelley's first look at the Pinpoint 2 forecast.
And he could have asked for a better day to head outside, maybe stop by the train. I mean, it was a rather nice afternoon. The only downfall, the wind. So as far as our wind speeds right now, sustained anywhere between 5 to 15. So they have relaxed quite a bit, but still a little bit gusty out there. We'll continue to see the breezy conditions for the next several hours before they really start to lighten up by tomorrow morning. As far as right now, though, our sky cam is not bouncing around nearly as much as it was a couple hours ago. Again, a good sign that our winds are starting to relax a little bit. We're starting to see high pressure settle in. We're starting to clear out. We saw quite a bit of cloud cover this morning, but now dry air is pushing into the area, and that'll allow us to see the sunshine as we head into tomorrow. So tomorrow, temperatures not bad. Where we're sitting at right now is into the mid 60s, and it will be a little bit on the chilly side already by 10 o'clock. I'll have a full look at your forecast coming up here in just a few minutes.
Thanks, Angela. Looking to our community now, downtown Sparks celebrated all things pumpkin today with Pumpkin Palooza 2015. Victorian Square hosted the event, which benefits the Northern Nevada Center for Independent Living. Families built and raced pumpkins in the Pumpkin Derby. They competed in contests like pumpkin seed spitting and marshmallow shooting. There was also live music and carnival games. Some parents said it's better for trick-or-treating because it's during the day.
Let them dress up. It's warmer, it's safe. It's fun, lots of different activities they can do. This is a great venue. Everybody out here is really friendly and the kids are having a good time.
Pumpkin Palooza was named a top 10 event by Food Network magazine last year. A high school student and his family took a message of peace to the streets of Reno today. Sahej Singh, a senior at Sage Ridge School, provided free Indian-inspired meals at Pickett Park this afternoon. It gave people a chance to learn more about the Sikh culture and break down barriers that may be caused by events covered in the media. Singh says one common misconception is that Sikhs and Muslims are the same.
Well, especially after events like 9/11 and then one of the recent shootings in Tennessee that just happened over the summer, people are really resorting to physical violence and just like bullying. Cyberbullying is the main thing going on, and we just want to inform people that Sikhs, they have beliefs that are very peaceful. We believe that we should be humble. We should help the community in any way we can.
Singh, his parents and his grandparents cooked lentils, rice, and salad and handed out flyers to anyone who stopped by. They hope to continue their community service with similar events every few months. Turning to Crime Beat now, 5 locations were cited last night for serving underage volunteers who tried to buy alcohol as part of a compliance test. Members of the regional street enforcement team sent 4 underage volunteers to 36 different locations to attempt to purchase alcohol. When asked, the volunteers provided their state-issued identification card, which clearly showed they were not of legal drinking age. 5 locations were cited for serving alcohol to the volunteers. They were the 3rd Street Bar inside the Sands on Arlington, the Stadium Bar, Shooter's Saloon, Cantina, and all of those on North Virginia Street, and the Lincoln Lounge on 4th Street. The penalty for serving alcohol to a minor is a misdemeanor with a preset fine of $500. And Reno Tahoe Airport authorities are searching for the driver of a Scion that was found Sunday morning abandoned in a ditch off Longley Lane. The Reno Police Department believes the car was traveling northbound on Longley Lane when it crashed through the airport fence, landing in the ditch on airport property. The driver was not at the scene when authorities arrived. Still to come on Channel 2 News, just west of Elko, you can find a place that tells the story of people who passed through Nevada to settle the West. Jack Sutton will have tonight's Nevada Backroads.
You're watching Channel 2 News at 6:30 with Jennifer Burton, Dallas Kalodny on sports, and meteorologist Angela Schilling with your Pinpoint 2 forecast.
Sitting on the California Trail west of Elko, you find America's newest interpretive center. It brings to life the story of those who passed through Nevada to settle the West. Jack Sutton visited and has this report in tonight's Nevada Backroads.
In the wagon train days, people had to be tough, strong in character. They dreamed big with lots of determination to reach their goals. The Elko Center stands as a monument to those who traveled the trail westward, their dreams pointing the way.
We are here to interpret the pioneer story, the pioneer experience. In particular, we're here to talk about the 250,000 immigrants that left their homes and in some cases their families back east to go to California to seek a better life for themselves and their families.
A people called, looking to improve their lot in life. Having left behind yesterday's past for tomorrow's future, they search for a more fulfilling life.
The pioneers faced all kinds of hardships along the way. In the Great Basin in particular, thirst was an issue. Heat was an issue. Unfortunately, the immigrants had to go through Nevada during one of the harshest times of the year. A lot of the immigrants were here in Nevada during August and September. It was brutal. At museums, you'll see a lot of old artifacts and things like that. But that's not what we do here. We're here to interpret the pioneer experience.
Perhaps the greatest gift the pioneers gave to history is this very foundation of the legacy of the American West.
So we bring history to life with these demonstrations and programs.
Reporting in Elko, Jack Sutton, Channel 2 News.
The floodwater is slowly receding in Texas, and now cleanup is underway. I'm Kenneth Craig in Houston with the latest coming up.
And today was rather mild with temperatures into the mid-70s. More sunshine tomorrow before our next system arrives, so the forecast coming up.
Floodwaters are beginning to recede in the Houston area, but residents are being urged to use caution. The remnants of Hurricane Patricia and another storm system left behind more than a foot of rain in several places. Kenneth Craig has the latest from Houston.
About 24 cars were left stranded in Houston's flooded streets Sunday. This man swam to safety after he drove straight into water he says he didn't see.
I just stood there and watched my car slowly disappear. The guy had to snorkel to get to my car.
The remnants of Hurricane Patricia and another weather system combined to dump more than a foot of rain on parts of Texas since Friday. A homeless man was rescued by boat when the flooding forced him up a tree. But officials say the high water rescues were limited and believe many residents learned lessons from the Memorial Day storms. That left 2,500 cars stranded.
In Houston, the water is slowly receding. These are stairs leading to a city park that's now in some places about 10 feet under floodwaters from the Buffalo Bayou.
Nearby, raw sewage flooded this roadway. As the rain moves out, the cleanup begins. In Corsicana, officials are working to repair rails that were washed away and caused a train derailment. Other areas of the Gulf Coast are now preparing for rain as the storm moves out of Texas and into Louisiana and Mississippi.
Kenneth Craig, Channel 2 News.
Now, here's meteorologist Angela Schilling's Pinpoint 2 forecast.
Well, today it was dry here in Reno, but as far as temperatures, boy, what a nice day. We made it up to 74 degrees. Our low this morning, 45, so a little bit on the chilly side to start, but a nice afternoon, a nice finish with a high of 74. At the rain bucket, though, didn't pick up anything, but we have a better chance as we head into the middle portion of the week. In the meantime, though, the story is that dry air is moving in, and currently it still is rather mild outside. Right now, we are sitting at 66 degrees, and winds are far lighter right now coming out of the west at 12 miles per hour, but still a little bit gusty. Right now we're seeing a gust of 21. Just an hour ago it was up to 33 miles per hour, so winds not quite as strong as they were even an hour ago, but we still have a lot of dry air to work with. Humidity 20%, dew point 24. So we are looking at a dry forecast as we head into the next 24 hours, and we're getting rid of the cloud cover. Right now we are seeing a dry push of air coming in from the southwest. All the rain is staying up into Oregon, and now all the cloud cover is pushing off to the east. So with high pressure settling in, it means a couple of things. It means we'll start to clear out tonight. Tomorrow we're going to see full sunshine, and also with high pressure in place, those winds will really start to relax. Tomorrow wind speeds anywhere between 5 to 10. Notice not a whole lot going on with our futurecast. By Monday, tomorrow looks to be beautiful. Temperatures a few degrees above normal. A chilly start, but afternoon highs will be in the mid 70s. More cloud cover though slides in by Tuesday, and temperatures still not bad for this time of year, into the 60s and the lower 70s. So as far as tomorrow's forecast, when you head to work, temperatures will be on the chilly side, but quickly warming up just like today, and we'll see lots of sunshine through the afternoon, and it will be a little bit cooler to the east. That's where we're still hanging on to that cloud cover, but lots of sunshine to the west. A cool start, but a mild afternoon. As far as metro locations, some of us dropping down even into the lower 30s, even 28 tonight in Truckee. But as far as in Carson City, temperatures warming up into the lower 70s. And as far as your neighborhood locations, tomorrow we're going to see lots of sunshine, a cold start, but a mild afternoon. I mean, a really nice day for the middle towards the end of October. Actually, the last week of October, if you can already believe it. And if you do have an extra day to head out to the lake, tomorrow looks to be spectacular. A high of 64 degrees, mostly sunny skies, and as far as into Reno, we'll go with a high of 73. It's just going to be a nice day. Winds will be light as well. As far as your 7-day forecast, 73 degrees on Monday, and then our next chance for rain does come the middle portion of the week. With that, it also will bring a cooler push of air. So with that, we'll see some cold, wet rain here in Reno, possibly some mountain snows in the higher elevations.
Sounds good. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, Angela. Coming up in sports, the Oakland Raiders were looking to snap a losing streak. Dallas will have those highlights and more next.
Now, here's Dallas Kolodny with Channel 2 Sports.
We'll start you tonight with a little sad news from the NBA's. Minnesota Timberwolves head coach Flip Saunders has died of cancer this morning. Saunders announced in August that he had Hodgkin's lymphoma, but doctors considered it treatable and that he would remain with the team, but he suffered a setback in September, and later the Timberwolves announced he would miss the upcoming season. During his 17 years as head coach in the NBA, he had a career record of 654 wins and 592 losses with the Timberwolves, Detroit Pistons, and Washington Wizards. He's also credited with the development of NBA superstar Kevin Garnett. Saunders was just 60 years old. Well, moving on to the NFL, the Oakland Raiders were on a 2-game losing streak coming into today and only combined to score 20 points during those 2 losses. They looked to rebound as they were on the road to face the San Diego Chargers. Let's go to Southern California. No score early. First quarter, Phillip Rivers back to pass. This one batted in the air. Malcolm Smith comes down with it. He has blockers, including Charles Woodson, and he's down inside the 2, which will air Thursday this week, your high school football show. But anyways, back to the game. Moments later, the handoff to Latavius Murray. He's in 7-0 silver and black. Then to the second quarter, Raiders up 20, and this is a good combination for many years to come. Derek Carr to Amari Cooper in the flat. Look at Cooper fly. Nice cutback. And the Raiders are back to 500, 3-3, 37-29. The South Beach, where Ryan Tannehill proved why the Dolphins gave him a big old fat contract in the offseason. First quarter, and he'll hit former Nevada receiver Rashard Matthews. He'll split a trio of Texans, and he's off to a place the kids call the house. 3 catches, 75 yards, and a touchdown for Matthews in this one. A little later, more from Tannehill. Off play action, he'll hit Jarvis Landry on the out route, and then Landry's about to get a workout in. Got to get that cardio. All the way back across the field, gets some help from his blockers. They get in front of him. And then one more cutback for good measure, and he'll get to the end zone. Tannehill completed his first 18 passes as the Dolphins win 44-26. Let's head to London for the Bills and the Jaguars. Late fourth quarter, Bills up 4. Jags ball. Blake Bortles back to pass, and out of the secondary comes Hug High grad and former Wolfpack star Duke Williams. Brings him down for the sack. Duke had 5 tackles to go with it. But that didn't stop Jacksonville. Later in the drive, Bortles moves out to his left, and he'll find Allen Hurns at the pylon, and he'll score the go-ahead touchdown. The Jags are 34-31 winners from across the pond. Well, the Nevada Wolfpack spotted the Hawaii Warriors 17 first-half points yesterday on homecoming before Nevada ever found the end zone, which was late in the first half. James Butler would score from a yard out, and then Hawaii assessed 2 15-yard penalties, so the Wolfpack would kick from deep in Hawaii territory. They recovered the onside kick, and that was the turning point in the Wolfpack's comeback. Early in the fourth, the Pack trailed by 7. Tyler Stewart on play action would find Jared Gibson, and this one tied at 20. And then the defense started forcing turnovers. Ensuing Warrior possession, Max Wittick under pressure, overthrows his man, and freshman Asani Rufus is there for his first career pick. That would lead to a Brent Zuzo field goal, and Nevada up 23-20. Later in the fourth, Nevada still up 3 on third down. Wittick downfield. This time, senior captain Jordan Dobrich with the interception, also a career first. That led to James Butler's 2nd touchdown of the game. Nevada up 10. Hawaii had one last gasp at a comeback, but Ian Seau came up with his 4th sack of the day, also recovered the fumble. Nevada gets the win 30-20.
I'm proud of the character that they showed coming back from 17-0. I'm pleased with how everybody kept their poise and nobody panicked. And I'm pleased that in the second half, when we needed to make plays to win the game, we made them.
Man, it feels great. Every win feels great. But, just coming off the bad loss that we had last week, this one feels very special because, as a team, I just feel like we needed this going into the bye week to give us momentum.
Yeah, the Wolfpack will be on a bye week. Then they'll be on national TV when they visit Fresno State on Thursday, November 5th on ESPN2. Kicks off at 7:30. Well, Dale Earnhardt Jr. all but needed a win to advance in the chase. There's the highlights. As they race into Talladega. Late in the race, Jamie McMurray will blow an engine, and that sets up a late green-white checkered finish. So on the first try, coming to the line, and Jimmy Johnson gets spun out, so they'll have to line him up and do it again. So final restart. Kevin Harvick about to lose an engine, gets in to Trevor Bayne. More melee in the back in the end. Joey Logano wins his 3rd consecutive race. Dale Earnhardt Jr. finished 2nd, but not good enough to advance in the chase. He's out along with Matt Kenseth, Denny Hamlin, and Ryan Newman. Just 4 races left in the season.
Kind of chaotic over there. All right. Thanks, Dallas. After the break, a varsity cheerleader in Alabama pulled double duty this weekend. We'll tell you the rare double feat she pulled off and what made it extra special. Then Angela will have a final look at our weather. You're watching Channel 2 News, coverage you can count on. A homecoming queen in Alabama pulled double duty this weekend. The varsity cheerleader was crowned homecoming queen on Friday. But check this out, she's also the kicker for her school's varsity football team. The same night, check that out, she kicked the team's winning field goal to take the homecoming victory. The score was extra special because her dad is the team's coach, and this was his final home game before he retires. I don't know how you can top that.
I know, how do you do all at once?
Maybe she wins class president.
Yeah. What else is she going to add to the
Congress.
list?
Goes on to Congress. She runs for president.
Yeah.
But it looks to be rather nice tomorrow.
Sounds good. Thanks for joining us. Hope you have a great night. We'll see you at 11. Good night. Mic check.